Today I'm going to be showing you guys how to make this mirrored welcome sign. This is perfect for a wedding, engagement party, or any event where you might need a welcome sign. Let's start by gathering our supplies. The first thing you'll need is some type of large mirror. This one is one that a customer brought to my house for me to add the vinyl to. I have seen so many mirrors like this at Home Goods, Hobby Lobby. Most home decor stores have large mirrors like this that would be perfect. You can also find them online. I have linked a few in the description box that are really nice from Amazon if you'd like to check those out. For the vinyl lettering, I used the Oracal 651 white vinyl. You'll also need a set of weeding tools to help you weed your vinyl, as well as a squeegee to help you apply your vinyl onto the mirror, a pair of scissors, masking tape, a ruler to help you measure out everything onto the mirror. I like to use a plastic one and also a fabric ruler as well. You will also need a vinyl cutting mat, an X-Acto knife or the Cricut cutting knife. That's what I have here. Transfer tape to help you transfer your vinyl onto the mirror. And last but not least, a Cricut cutting machine. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to do is open up Cricut Design Space, and here I have a template of what we're going to be making in the Cricut. So this is the wording that's going to go onto the sign, and the very first thing you're going to want to do is to measure the length and the width of your mirror. That way we know how big we want the words to be. So for mine, it's 21.5 inches across by 29 inches down. So I'm going to go ahead and move this over here to the left, and I'm going to make another box like this. You're going to just go over to the shapes, click on the square, and then bring that square over here. We're going to unlock the square using this button here, and then you're going to make this 21.5 by 29. So this is a rectangle there. Now I'm going to make it white. So this is going to represent my mirror. And now I'm going to go ahead and get started with the wording. I'm going to go over here to the text, and I'm going to create a new text, and I'm going to type the word welcome. Okay, this is going to be in the font Notes. So I'm going to go over here and choose font Notes. And I'm going to make it a little bit bigger. There we go. To make the L look like this one over here, I'm going to now go into my font book, and I'm going to find, oh, here it is. You're going to find the font called Notes, or whichever font you've decided to use. And I'm going to scroll down to the one that has the L that has that extra little swish to it. It is right here. So I'm just going to copy that. I'm going to go back into my Cricut, and I'm going to paste that right in the middle of that word. And now that L has the wording that looks just like it. So you can do that with a lot of different fonts. Whichever font you choose, always go into the font book on your computer and find that font within your computer and just look and see what kind of options they have for different letters. I think these are called swashes. And a lot of fonts have different cool letters to go with that font that can make your fonts pretty original on your sign. Now I'm going to go ahead and add the next set of words, which is to the engagement of. For this one, I used the font called Big Caslon. So I'm going to go ahead and find that one over here in my fonts. Now I'm going to type to the engagement of. I'm going to resize this and spread the letters out just a little bit. Okay, and now I'm going to go in and write their names. I'm going to create a new text box up here, and now I'm just going to write their names in. With this, I'm just going to copy that so that it'll keep the same font. Okay, now I'm going to add the little and sign in the middle. And then I'm just going to go in and type the and sign. And I'm going to go over here and add a new text box for the date. And for that one, I used a different font. It's called ST Song. Okay, so now that I have all of my words on my sign, I'm going to go in and just get everything spaced out evenly. I'm going to start by aligning everything to the center. That way it's all in one straight line, it's all centered. And then I'm going to go in and kind of tweak a little bit with how far apart I want the words to be. So here I'm just moving up this set of words here. And then here I'm just going to space out their names a little bit better. And I'm going to move up their names as well. And the date. Okay, and then I'm going to go in one more time and align everything centrally. There we go. So now this is exactly how I want the words to be. I'm going to go in and getting it like perfectly centered to this rectangle isn't important at this point because you're going to do that on the actual mirror. But right now my main goal is to get all the words centered together as one piece. That way whenever it cuts, it'll all be cut centrally. So we actually have to do 3 separate pieces for this sign because the words are so big, and on the Cricut you can only cut so many inches wide or like long. So for this I can get away with doing this set together. So I'm going to choose the welcome. I'm going to go in and weld that word together so it'll all cut as one piece, and then I'm going to add in to the engagement of, and I'm going to attach those together. That way this is going to cut as one single piece in the Cricut. And then we're going to go in and do the same thing down here with their names. I'm going to cut all that together. So I'm going to attach that piece there. And then I'm going to cut the date separately so that I'll just have to space it all out right. But you'll see how I do that on the mirror. So now I'm going to go ahead and get my vinyl cut into these 3 sections. I'm going to cut them all down to size. You can go ahead and delete that, and I can delete this over here. So we're going to cut 3 separate pieces on the Cricut, if that makes sense. So first I'm going to go get my vinyl cut down to size of these 3 pieces and put the vinyl onto the Cricut cutting mats. So what you're going to do is push the make button here, and we're going to line these up to where we're going to put our vinyl. So if you see I have a 24-inch mat here. I've chosen that on this side, and so this will be our first cut. I'm going to go ahead and move this down here, and I'm going to move this just about there. And then on the second, I'm going to move it down a little bit right there. Now we're going to click continue, and we're going to go ahead and start cutting this vinyl. Here I'm just going to click premium vinyl, and then I'm going to choose the default setting and send this over to the Cricut. Now that we have the computer part done, we're going to go ahead and start cutting our vinyl down to size. So to do this, I just look at how big it is in the Cricut, like how big each portion is, and then I go in and measure it with my fabric ruler. And I have this little paper cutter that helps me get the line straight when cutting the vinyl, but I'm going to go ahead and do that for each of the pieces of vinyl that I need to cut. Now we're going to just go ahead and take those pieces of vinyl that we just cut and place them onto the cutting mats. Now we're going to get our Cricut turned on and make sure that the blade doesn't have any little scrap pieces of vinyl stuck to it, because that will mess up our cut. We're going to go ahead and check our blade. I like to do this every single time, and then put it back into the Cricut. Next, we're going to get our cutting mats and load them up into the Cricut. We're going to do this for each of the large pieces that need to be cut. So we're going to be doing this more than one time. Once that's done cutting, we're going to remove our vinyl from the cutting mat. And then we're going to repeat this process for the other sheets of vinyl that we need to cut through the Cricut. Now it's time to weed our vinyl. To do this, we're going to take those weeding tools that I talked about before, and we're going to use those to peel away the excess vinyl from around the lettering. This part can be a little bit tedious, especially if you have thin lettering, but once you get your vinyl weeded, you are almost down the home stretch. This is probably one of the most difficult parts in my opinion. Here you can see me using my Cricut knife to cut just that top layer, so just the white vinyl. I'm not cutting all the way through to that blue backing paper that you see. I'm just making a little slit on that white vinyl so that I can tear away just one part of the lettering at a time instead of peeling the whole thing. This makes it a lot easier. So if you have an X-Acto knife or this Cricut knife, definitely use it to separate some of the words out. It'll make it a lot easier to weed that way. The next step is to grab your transfer tape, and we're going to put our vinyl onto the transfer tape. To do this, you're going to want to grab your sheet of vinyl that you just weeded, and then you're going to want to cut the transfer tape down to the right size of that sheet of vinyl. And then you're just going to want to repeat this process for the remaining sheets of vinyl that you need to add transfer tape to. Take your transfer tape and peel off the actual tape from that backing paper, and then grab your vinyl sheet and flip it over and lay it down onto the sticky side of the transfer tape. Grab your squeegee and rub that all over the transfer tape to really adhere that down onto the vinyl. Now we're going to grab our scissors, and I like to trim really close to the letters without like cutting the words apart. I like to trim really close to the outside of each of the letters, if that makes sense. So the outside rows, I like to trim really close there. That makes it a lot easier to see where you're actually putting the vinyl on the mirror, and it'll help you measure everything out really easily. And now I'm going to repeat that whole process for this welcome piece. Now it's time to grab your mirror, go ahead and lay it down on a large flat surface, and then we're going to spray it down with some Windex and just wipe it with a microfiber cloth. This is going to get it nice and clean for us to be able to apply the vinyl onto the mirror. The first step of actually applying the vinyl onto the mirror is just laying out your vinyl pieces and kind of getting everything spaced out, getting a good idea of how much space you want between each section. I like to use my fabric ruler to do this. I will first find the very center of the mirror, and then I will kind of go off of that. I have a rough estimate of how I want everything to look at the end just based on the design that I did in the Cricut design space, but just measuring everything out really helps me to get it all centered and even along the way. I like to use some masking tape to tape down my ruler in place. That way I know it's not going anywhere, and I can kind of measure off of that with my plastic ruler. So here I am just double checking that it's in the right place, and then from that I'm going to use that fabric ruler to place on that smallest piece of vinyl. So there I just used my squeegee to really adhere that vinyl down onto the mirror. And with mirrors, it is a little bit tough to get that vinyl to stick, so you really do have to rub it pretty hard with that squeegee. But I also think that that could also have to do because I had just cleaned the mirror. So maybe I should have left a little bit more time for it to dry before I tried to apply the vinyl, but it all turned out okay. I just had to do a little more maneuvering to get that vinyl to come off of that transfer tape. So now I have moved on to the next piece of vinyl. I am using the hinge method to apply this one, which is where I will place a piece of masking tape down the center, use my squeegee to really adhere that down onto the transfer tape, and then I'm going to peel up one side of the piece of like transfer tape. I'm going to peel that off of the backing paper, and then I'm going to cut that section off and then use my squeegee to lay that vinyl back down onto the mirror. And then I'm going to remove the masking tape, and then I'm going to use my squeegee to really adhere that vinyl onto the transfer tape, and then peel back that transfer tape from that piece of backing paper, making sure that all the vinyl stays down onto the transfer tape. And then I'm just going to use my squeegee to lay that vinyl down onto the mirror. Now go ahead and peel up the corner of the transfer tape and be sure that that vinyl stays stuck down onto the mirror. And then we're just going to repeat those steps for this final piece. And finally, I'm going to take that same microfiber cloth with a little bit of Windex on it and just wipe down the mirror and get all of my fingerprints off. And here is the end result. I absolutely love the look of these mirror welcome signs. If I could go back to my wedding day, I would definitely have this exact sign with mine and my husband's name on it. I absolutely love the way this looks. I hope that you enjoyed this video and were able to make a DIY mirror welcome sign of your own. Please don't forget to like this video before you go and also subscribe for more wedding DIYs. I will catch you guys in a new video soon. Bye!